This is Nick Bellafato, and I'm here with junior lightweight Andy Vences, who will be on the Golden Boy Live Series coming up February 17th from the Storm House in Salinas, California. And I'd like to welcome Andy. He'll be on the undercard. How you doing, Andy?
Good, good.
Thanks for taking out time from your training to let me speak with you. First and foremost, where are you from, and how did you get started in boxing?
So I was born in Watsonville. Pretty much moved to San Jose when I was about 7, 8 years old. Pretty much grew up in San Jose. Went to school there. Grew up in San Jose, and I pretty much got into boxing because I used to do martial arts when I was younger. But I wasn't really that flexible, but I still liked the fighting part. I was always getting the fights in school too. So I asked my dad that I wanted to try it. He told me it's not a sport, so it's not a game. He said if I don't see improvement in a month, I'm just going to take you out because you don't play boxing. And I told him, no, I want to try it, because we would always watch fights with the families at like reunions. We used to see like Oscar de la Hoya. Every time he fought on pay-per-view, we would go see. So I just wanted to try boxing, and ever since I went to the gym, he saw I liked it. I was into it. Ever since my first fight that I won back in 2006, he kind of just let me in there. He saw that I really liked it. I was really into it.
Okay. You know, as a local, I've been afforded the opportunity to see you in action on several occasions, both as an amateur and a pro, and I feel like I'm looking at someone destined to make strides in the sport. Do you feel this will be the case? And if so, can you articulate to me some of the reasons why you believe you'll eventually move on to bigger and better things?
You know what? I feel I'll get there just because when I was fighting in the amateurs, I was fighting a lot of top guys. I fought Jose Ramirez, the #1 guy. I fought Toka Khan, the #2 guy that signed with Top Rank. I fought these guys. I gave them trouble, and I don't have the experience they have, or I'm not even there where they're at. I'm just having to take a different route to eventually get there. But I feel that amateurs was never for me as far as my style. My style is more of a pro style, more of a body attack and more rounds, which is why I'm glad I'm getting 6 rounds to finally show people what I'm capable of doing after 4 rounds. Because a lot of these guys in the 4th rounds, they're getting hurt just as the fight ends. So I'm excited, and yeah. Eventually, I feel I take and I give. I feel like I'm more like I feel like I'm a fighter like Barrera Morales, just a fighter that gives and it's there to fight, and whatever it comes down to, in the fight.
Is boxing more of a day-to-day thing for you, or are you confident in conjunction with your handlers and your manager Herb Stone that you'll have an opportunity to become a headline attraction before too long?
Yeah, we're all pretty much connected. It's pretty much just we're waiting on me to get fights. Like I feel like once I'm 13, 14, maybe 15-0, pretty much we're looking at something different once we're at those numbers. Which being a short, I think it'll be, if I'm active, nothing, I don't get hurt, nothing happens. We might see that in less than 2 years. He has me fighting all the time, so. Yeah, it might be pretty soon.
All right.
Yeah.
You're now working out at Undisputed Boxing Gym in San Carlos, California, a facility where Nonito Donaire once trained and a place where numerous other solid pros have made their way to. Obviously, you're well versed in the fundamentals due to your amateur background, but what transitions have you since undergone now that you're working with trainers Brian Schwartz and Mike Basil?
Pretty much since I came here, I kind of it's a little different level here, It's more concentrated on the fighter and you, as far as conditioning, just strength wise and just one-on-one mitt wise. Towards my old gym, it was kind of like, I understand it was open facility for everybody, but in pro boxing, it's kind of like we need more of that time because.
So you get a little bit more one-on-one
attention. A little more
attention.
attention, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, which is what I needed. So, yeah.
And let me get into some specifics. What phase of your game do you feel needs work in anticipation of taking it to the next level?
I feel maybe I need I need to work on more head movement, so that sometimes in my fights I've been a little too straight up, relying on the guard more. I'm young. I could use my reflex and just being confident and using my reflex and countering over that. But I feel that's what I need to up on. It's just my head movement, my reflex, and maybe use my feet a little bit and pressure and attack more when needed.
Speaking of the next level, you're scheduled to fight your first 6-rounder. Is that right?
Yes.
And well, how is training camp going in regards to that? And what, if anything, did you add in or do differently to go an additional 2 rounds?
I changed up. We changed up strength conditioning, and this is my first fight starting the hypoxic training, which is done by Mike Basil. And I've been sparring 8 rounds. I feel great. Just sparred my last day, 6 rounds today. I just feel really in shape. I feel really strong. And I'm not struggling to make weight. I'm just, I'm really in shape, and I don't feel weak right now. I feel great. And
what's the name of that machine now? That's
the hypoxic machine. It's
for high altitude.
For high elevation training. Yeah,
right,
yeah.
Right. That works really well.
Yeah, it works really well. I feel I have a lot of energy, so. I feel great. Seriously, for the 6th rounder, I feel great. I'm ready. I'm ready for it. I feel great.
Any again, we're at undisputed, so you never know who might come in here. Any recognizable names as concerns sparring partners for you, or who you working with to get ready for the?
I was working with Stan. I was sparring with Stan.
Stan Martiniak.
Yeah, there you go, Stan. And a lot of great fighters come in here. Just sometimes they're a little too big. I remember a couple days ago, Sean Porter was in here.
Right.
Well, he fights at 140, I believe 147.
147, yeah.
147. So he's a little bigger. But I've been sparring with Jonathan Chicas as well, who fights at 140. I've sparring bigger guys. So I think that's been helping me too, as far as strength wise. I'll be really strong going into the fight.
And I mentioned preparing for your upcoming opponent. That opponent's name is Dominic Coca out of Watts, California. Do you know anything about him?
You know what? I looked up actually. I looked him up. I saw him fight. He looks like he has fundamentals. He's well grounded. He looks like he has to set his feet first to throw off his shots hard. So I'm gonna make sure that I'm keeping him on his toes before he gets set. Always being first and being last, which is hard to do. It's easier said than done. But I seen him fight. He's good. He's really durable. He likes to surprise you. He likes to surprise you with a random shot. A lot of guys were getting caught with that. So I just got to be alert in this fight. Make sure my hands are up. Use the jab.
So you're somewhat familiar with his tendencies because you were able to see him on tape.
Yeah. And I did hear he had a lot of amateur. I heard he was going to tournaments and stuff.
Well, I've had the opportunity to watch you, like I mentioned, and you have a tendency to kind of use the first round as a feel-out round, and then you make needed adjustments. Can you elaborate on your approach as far as taking on people that you might be unfamiliar with? What is it you look for in that first round?
Yeah, pretty much I'm looking to see. Pretty much in that first round is when a lot of the times I do start off slow in the first round. A lot of people say it's bad. A lot of people say it's okay. But I mean, I can't change the way I fight. But I feel in the first round is kind of, sometimes they show you what they're trying to do, whether it's they're trying to land the right, they're trying to land the left, or whatever power punches that they're trying to land. Once I'm able to determine that, I'm able to determine what I got to be alert of, which side I got to be alert of, or what it is that they're trying to land. Once I figure that out, I pretty much know what to watch out with as far as their attack. But pretty much that first round is just jabbing, gauging the distance, and getting synced in the comfort zone.
The opening rounds of your last couple bouts were very competitive until you made some adjustments, which allowed you to control the action afterwards. Is that your best asset in the ring, that your versatility or ability to adapt?
Yes, that is. Even in sparring, That's a big thing I have is I'm able to adapt to different styles.
It seemed to take a little bit more time to, though, in adjusting to the southpaw stance of Victor Capaceta in your last outing, as opposed to the orthodox fighter you fought previous to that.
Yes.
Do you feel comfortable in with southpaws, or is there more work to be done from a technical or tactical standpoint as in dealing with lefties?
Yeah, Victor Capaceta, we pretty much fought him on a last minute base. My opponent before that fell out. I didn't even know Victor was a southpaw, but we got to be ready for everything. We've been sparring Jesus, who likes to switch southpaw and righty. So in that fight that wasn't our focus, but pretty much in this fight, I've been turning southpaw. I used to do it in the amateurs a lot. A lot of people said it was good. A lot of people said it was bad. But I'm actually pretty deadly when I switch southpaw. So I've been utilizing that when someone switches southpaw on me to go to my southpaw stance and being able to fight them just as a regular, right-handed, just switch southpaw. And I'm feeling the footwork has been good with Brian. Brian was a natural southpaw, so he's able to. We've been going over a lot of tricks on how to come around the southpaw, what to watch out for, what to land. In that fight with Victor, it kind of threw me off. Hadn't really trained to fight a southpaw, so it was kind of going back to what I knew in the amateurs and the experience.
Okay, we talked a few minutes before, and you mentioned you may or may not be on the televised portion because you're a swing bout, which means that the main event cannot last past 4 rounds for you to be televised.
It's pretty much up to the main event guys.
Right, but irregardless, you have a chance to gain a bit more notoriety in performing on another
National
Hall of Fame promoted card by Don Shargan. Is there any sense of urgency to be spectacular, or do you feel it's just a matter of time before you have more meaningful opportunities?
I think it's just a matter of time. As far as the pressure, it's kind of like they're giving me 6 rounds. That's all I was asking for, was to fight more rounds. So as far as the pressure, it's gonna be a normal fight, and I'm just glad I have those extra 2 rounds. Who knows? It might not even go more than 4 rounds. But I feel it's just a matter of time to get kind of known on that national TV level. I just can't wait so that people could actually see me. But yeah, it's just a matter of time for those opportunities.
All right. Hey, well, I want to wish you good luck on February 17th. But before we wrap up, what would you like to say to some of the fans who'll be coming down to watch you, or anybody who might be looking at this interview?
A lot of family, a lot of fans. I got a lot of family that's going down to watch me. And for all the fans, I'm upcoming just as everybody else is. But I'm somebody to look out for. I work hard every day. I'm in the gym every day. After my fight, the most I take off is probably like 4 days, and I need to get back in. Just add me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter at Andy Vences, Instagram. Keep up with me. I will be somewhere in the top someday. Thanks.
Thanks for the interview. Thanks. Good luck.